morning. We're making our morning coffee. This is my husband's. Look how cute that is. Oh my god, that's really hot. Hold on. Little Buzz Lightyear. And then it says to infinity. Anyways, we are making coffee. The kids are outside. They're playing in the snow. It's kind of snowing, kind of not, but they're playing in the snow. And they're also doing a little bit of work out there. So I'm going to make them some hot chocolate. Just the Starbucks hot cocoa. So good. So good. I'm gonna put it in this Mommy Shark mug. Didn't need new shoes. I don't know if he outgrew his shoes or something happened with his shoes, but he needed new shoes, so we needed to get him that. And then Maya needed winter boots. This is what Weston's new shoes looks like. It's just Skechers.
Oh, but look, they're going like this, and just I'm like, my sweatshirt ripped.
Here's my coffee in my Cuddle Weather mug. I see that. Well, now it looks like it's not so tight.
Well, I didn't have a problem with it.
Oh.
My hood was all, like,
Here.
the string was all scrunched in there. Yours is fixed so easy.
For dinner, we are trying something new. It is crock pot Philly cheesesteaks. When I told my husband I'm putting the steak in a crock pot, he's like, you can't do that. But
I never once said you can't do that.
I said, I'm gonna put it in the crock
The
pot.
Philly
You're like,
cheesesteak, it's more of like
you can't do that.
You cook it almost like a stir fry. You know, you put it in a pan with some oil and cook it that way.
Yeah, that's hot. Like, that's hot. But I saw a recipe for it in the crock pot. So we're gonna get that started because it has to be on low for 8 to 9 hours. To charge my battery, but what I did was add hot water, a little under 2 cups, so 1 3/4 cup hot water, beef boiling cube, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire, and then salt, pepper, garlic, onion, and Italian seasoning. But we also seasoned our meat. Gage got the onions and the peppers cut up. It does call for a green pepper, but they're all the same, right? I don't know. So what we're going to do is we are now going to add everything into the crock pot. All right, we have everything in there, and now you are going to dump your water, Worcestershire mixture all over. It says to mix it all, stir to combine. It already looks good. Smells good. Okay, now we're going to put this on low for 8 hours. And then we gotta clean up the kitchen because we don't want this all over. These, where'd they go? There they are. I'm gonna be using, oh my gosh, the freezer's a mess. Hold on. It's just the Rhodes dinner rolls. It's just frozen bread dough. You let it rise for, I'd say a good like 5 hours. It really depends on how warm your house is. I've tried to rise these when we've had our windows open and it's a little chilly and it didn't work so well, but so easy to just throw onto a pan. This is just, I just cleaned this, I promise it's not dirty. Throw onto a pan, let it rise, and we're gonna be having rice hot dish for dinner, and so this will be a nice side to go with that. So I'm gonna throw these onto the pan and let them rise until dinner. I'm actually going to pre-make the rice hot dish probably at around noon. That way, come dinner time, what the heck happened here? That way come dinner time, all I have to do is pop it into the oven and I don't have to worry about cooking it. It'll just already be done. We're then going to cover with a towel and I'm gonna go put it over here by my stove. My stove is not on. but this is like a warm area of our kitchen. So we're just going to set that right here and let that rise. So simple. They also have cinnamon rolls. I think I've showed on our vlog as well, which you have to let those rise for about 5 hours. I believe we still have some. Right here is what the cinnamon rolls look like. It's just the road cinnamon rolls. You let that rise for about 5-6 hours, and they're big, yummy, gooey cinnamon rolls. We are currently cooking our rice hot dish, and we are gonna get Tommy a little snack. This part's gonna be in the vlog, if it's gonna be in the beginning, in the middle, or towards the end. But good morning. Welcome back to our vlog if this is beginning. If not, welcome to this part of the vlog, I guess. I'm like getting my coffee. It has been a hectic week. An extremely hectic week. It is currently snowing out right now. But it has been, I have like a knot. Can we just like normalize, well, I mean, we shouldn't normalize that, but like, can we just like take a second to appreciate this knot in my head? This is real life, you guys. This is real life. Okay. Yeah, anyways, we're just gonna like brush that later. It has been quite a week. Quite a dang week. So if you've been following me, I almost did the big cup on my Hello Gorgeous. These little cups, you can't do the big cup. If you've been following me on my like Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that, you know that Tommy has RSV. So I wanted to kind of like get into that and how he's doing, because it has been a long week. So Sunday night, Saturday night, Tommy was completely fine. Normal baby. Not sick, not coughing, no fever, no runny nose, like completely normal baby. I fed him at midnight, like I would, normal baby. Healthy, happy, ate just fine. 1 o'clock comes around, literally an hour later, and he wakes up, and it's like he almost couldn't breathe. He was coughing. The best way I could describe it is it sounded like something was in his throat, like he had swallowed something or he's choking on something. Anyways, it looked like he was choking. Like, I thought there was something in his throat. He was retracting. So if you don't know what that means, it means like this part of his like tummy or like chest or whatever was like getting sucked in. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. The whole voice, like crying, was gurgly. Like I said, it sounded like there was something in his throat, like he could barely even cry. And so we called 911 because we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know if he accidentally, I don't even know how he would accidentally like swallow something, because he was by us the whole night. In my head, I was like, did he puke? And then like, you're choking on your own puke, you know what I mean? Was he choking on like my breast milk? Because I had just fed him an hour prior. And so we did call 911, And even during that call, like, he was still like retracting and like that gurgly, he was like coughing, like he couldn't like stop coughing, he just kept coughing, like he was trying to get something up. At one point he was gagging and almost throwing up, so in my head I'm like, he's choking on something, like someone needs to get here ASAP. So they showed up. So many people in my house, so many people in my house. But they started a neb on him. They could see he was retracting. Pretty sure his oxygen was low. Got him, like, by the time the ambulance got here, we were probably in the back of the ambulance within like 5 minutes. In the ambulance, they were like, oh yeah, this is croup. It sounds like croup. And I was like, but he's not sick. I've dealt with croup before. I've never dealt with RSV. I don't think any of my kids have had RSV that I know of. But I've dealt with croup before. I've had croup in our house before. And this just didn't seem normal with croup. Like, it was weird. And I even told her, I said, it sounds like something's in his throat. And they even looked, they did, you know, open his mouth to make sure there wasn't something in the back of his throat. Yeah, it sounds like croup, it's probably croup. And I'm like, I don't know. And so we got to the hospital, and he's obviously hooked up to like the oxygen, like meter, like monitor or whatever, making sure his vitals are good. And then they also gave him a steroid on top of his neb, and then they also swabbed him for the flu, RSV, and COVID. They watched his oxygen levels, they watched everything for probably about an hour, and then when he was good, we were sent home. On our way home, we got the phone call that he had RSV, and that by day 3 and day 4 is peak. So we didn't know if this was peak that he had just had, because that was scary, and we were like, I hope that was day 3 or day 4 and that was peak. It was not, because it got worse throughout the week. Thankfully his breathing didn't get worse, but he got really congested. He got a fever for about 2 days, coughing like crazy, and even with the coughing I was constantly watching him to make sure he wasn't retracting. For like 3 nights straight, Gage and I were taking turns staying up with him because he did not want to be in his bed, constantly sucking his nose out with like the booger sucker. And it sucks because they're so little that they really can't take any medicine, you know what I mean? Like, medicine geared for babies this age, it really doesn't do anything. He's like, Mom, you are talking about me in your video. He wanted to join in on his video. Anyways, he is doing so much better. I forgot where I left off. Oh, he got a fever the like 3 nights in a row. We had to like stay up and hold him, constantly suck his nose, warm baths, you know, everything we could do to help with the congestion, but it never got to that point. Thankfully, lots of nursing as well, and I feel like that helped a ton. But he still has that like residual cough, so it kind of sucks because I know like he's better, but he still has the cough. And it kind of went through Noah. So then Noah was like down for like a good solid day. Weston down for like a day, and then back to himself, but with a cough and like runny nose. Maya, all last week, she was fine. So I'm like, okay, maybe she like kicked it in the butt. All weekend, she was fine. And yesterday morning at school, she goes, Mom, I don't feel good. I went to the nurse twice. They took my temperature, I was fine, but I'm coughing and my throat hurts. And sure enough, like when she was telling me this, when I picked her up from school, you could tell she was congested. Last night, Noah was complaining of ear pain and probably an ear infection. So it's been a long, stressful week. And then on top of it, TMI, I got my first period like postpartum. So that's lovely. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, what's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up? What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up? Oh, you're so silly. Are you feeling better? No? Okay. High five. You're doing better. High five. You're not? You still got a stuffy nose? Yeah, but we're going to end this vlog. I need to go brush this knot out of my hair that Tommy was playing in. We're gonna drink our coffee and go on with our morning. I'm gonna put that back down until I put the baby back down because he'll probably grab my coffee. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you in our next vlog. Say bye-bye. Like this. Bye-bye. Can you do that? Bye-bye. No. Okay.